All right, we're back.
Al,
How are you?
what's going on? I'm good. How are you?
I'm good too. It was a big week.
Big week. Launched a podcast.
Yeah, launched it.
What'd you do?
I joined you on that launch, and I did my best. My best tall ollie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
And
think.
is your best tall ollie? How is your best tall ollie?
It wasn't great. It was. I was like slightly disappointed in myself, but also I don't know what I expected. Before we show off kind of how it went, we should look at a couple of these responses here. First of all,
Okay.
Thank you to Josh Thorvaldson and Nick Kamari for actually asking their moms how we did or how they think we do. So first on the left here, we've got Josh's mom. She thinks that I can ollie 7 decks and Tyler 8.
On a good day, I'd say we're both capable of that.
Yeah. I mean,
Goddamn saint, that woman.
yeah, it's cool that people think that like ollies that high are like chill, you know?
I think Josh's mom's view is skewed because Josh can ollie really high.
Mm-hmm.
So she assumes everyone
But
can.
also, like, I don't know. The thought of like 8 decks, Josh couldn't ollie 8 decks, but she thinks you can.
He could ollie close. I've seen him ollie some pretty high fucking shit. As
Yeah.
much as I hate to admit it.
And then
I mean, she's also a mom, so she might not really know what that means at all.
that's my guess. Like I don't think she realizes how high 8 decks is. Anyways,
I've seen people try to ollie 8. It's so tall. You
I don't know
crouch
if I've
down
ever
and
seen
it's over
it.
your head.
Yeah, and then
I don't think I've ever seen
Nick's
him do
mom
it.
here had a really good answer. There was a bit of a typo, but that's fine. She guarantees that
Classic moms.
Nick can ollie more than us, but quite a few. So not bad.
She gave us some cred, and she's not wrong. Nick for sure can ollie more than us. Most people can ollie more than us.
Yeah, I think most people can too. And then we've got some answers here from some of our friends. First of all, we had
some fans.
thanks to everyone who responded to the poll. I think 54% of you guys are going to be disappointed. If I had to guess.
I'm going to say 100% of the people are going to be disappointed.
Yeah, I liked, this is Jeff Reimer here. He thinks I can do 4 decks, which, I mean, realistic guess. And then you 4 with some junk on top.
Who's junk?
Oh.
Your junk on top? Maybe.
Well, like a 2x4 on flat. And then
that's
we had,
a very, very good guess. Going into it,
Mhm.
that's very much what I expected to ollie. 4 with some shit on top.
Yeah, and then we had Goach here with a nice guess too. Me with 3, you with 4. Bill was hoping for 5 each.
Big ollie
Then my
Bill.
friend Ian thinks I can do 4. I don't know. He must not be too confident in your ollie because no guess at all. But then Kieran
Doesn't
comes
even give
in.
a shit.
Kieran comes in with the super hot take that you might be able to ollie more since you practice them on flat more often.
And considering how few followers we have on YouTube right now, that's a good amount of likes he got on it. Damn.
Yeah, it's true.
He's not wrong. I mean, I do practice them whenever I'm gonna ollie a gap. I try to ollie one flat ground. I forgot how.
Mm-hmm. I've seen it.
Good
I've
troll.
seen it happen.
Yeah, it's really stupid. And I've also been about to try to ollie something pretty big and missed a flat ground ollie,
Mm-hmm.
which is really good for the confidence.
Yeah. Okay, well, should we just get to them?
Get into it.
Do you want to go
man.
first or should I?
You're in control. Do whatever you want to
Okay,
do.
I'll go first.
I don't think either of us is gonna suddenly,
So
set a record.
I made a little video here. It's just under a minute long. Can you see that all right?
I can. You look like shit.
Yeah, well, I'm in the middle of a word.
It looks
but anyways,
like I punched you in the face.
I'm going to play it. We won't be able to hear it, but there's some subtitles, so it should be fine. All right, so I tried this yesterday and my phone died, so I'm back. So let's see what happens. 2 decks,
Damn.
pretty easy.
Consistency. Wow, basically another deck, whatever. I mean, that was a 12. That's no 6-pack. Damn, okay. Is that Gorilla Tape on there?
Yep.
That's the good shit. Whoa, fuck, that's... Damn! What?
I clicked on the first one.
I didn't hear it. Didn't hear anything.
All right,
but
that's 24 1/3 inches. I don't know if I can go any higher. But I'll give it a go.
Oh my god. And that's Bud Light though. If it was regular Bud, it'd be even higher.
Good luck, Tyler. Yeah, so there it was, 24 1/3 inches, approximately, I would say.
Yeah, if we're approximating, with that third, we're clearly
I tried slightly higher and couldn't do it. It was impossible. But anyways.
No one could.
That's true. So we'll just open yours here. I haven't seen this yet. I'm very much looking forward to it.
Mine's less exciting.
Is it? Okay, well, I like where it's starting here. We got 5 stacked.
Well, for the record, there's a bunch of snow here, and it's minus whatever.
Yeah.
Can't do it outside.
A good run up to it, though.
Yeah.
Oh! Holy shit! Did you measure it?
Yeah. It's 28 inches.
Is it really?
Mm-hmm.
Fuck.
I got a clip. You can put it in there after, because I knew you'd call shenanigans.
Well, no, I believe it. 5 is definitely higher than mine. I'm surprised, but that was fucking sick.
It wasn't first try.
Yeah.
It's really weird in ramp. I just suck at ollies, especially lately. Mm-hmm. But I was pretty concerned of sticking and hitting my head on the wall. That was kind of the driving force.
Yeah. That whole run-up situation seems almost harder than the ollie. Well, maybe not harder than ollieing 5 decks, but hard also.
It's not ideal. And, if anyone actually watched that ollie, they're so bad. I have no timing now, and they always nosedive really hard and not in a steezy way.
Yeah.
I think, when you're younger, I think it's because there's so many skate parks. And you just can go skate, whereas younger is just you'd skate over stuff, bunch, stack shit up.
Yeah.
You're ollieing, kickflipping.
I definitely
I don't even know when ollie.
I spent a lot of time ollieing over decks and shit when I was a kid. And, trying that the other day was, it reminded me how long it's been since I've tried to, ollie as high as I can. Higher than, a deck or two,
Oh, it feels so bad. Even the one I landed or the lower ones I landed, I'm so bummed.
That one where
it didn't help that my girlfriend is also there and she watched me knock over one the first try.
The one where I clipped the box on top actually hurt like hell. And there was a guy in a big field just running around watching, and it was really embarrassing.
Guy just running in a field watching you, and he's like, what a loser.
Well, I don't think he was watching, but there's a field right next to that. And it was also pitch black in the field because it's closed, but he was just in there working out or running or whatever. But anyways.
I was definitely jealous that you could do it outside, because that's the other thing with ollieing over stuff, is it's so much worse and harder to go slow. When you go faster, it's just a cleaner ollie and easier to time. Mm-hmm. But either way, so I get the $50. I beat you. You don't get the $50. There's no $50, but you did win, and congrats. Thanks. It's a really not high ollie, and everybody watching this can ollie higher. I wish we hadn't started with that.
Yeah.
Really the worst thing for you and I to kind of compete on. At least if we had done a triple flip challenge, you could feel good.
Yeah.
This way, neither of us feels good.
No, but hopefully people found it entertaining. Anyway.
So wait, who won the bet?
You did, clearly.
No, but did anyone guess it right?
Oh, someone said you got 5, I think.
Whatever.
Bill was hoping for 5 decks each, so he was right. He was half right.
Whatever.
Gert's 4 plus some junk on top. You did do 4 with a board on top, so if it was a shitty board. Yeah, it didn't have trucks
on it, so maybe that was the difference.
Yeah, I think there were a couple other comments too. So if anyone else
Josh said I would do 5 and hit it, and the first couple times I did, and I thought it would stay up. It wouldn't. I was really hoping to get that. Okay. Anyway, that's enough of that.
Yeah, good work.
Good work is right.
So it was another big week of skate videos, I would say. Not quite as big as it's been, but
it's pretty nuts right now. Normally you'd be into it, but actually too much. The time when we start a podcast and want to talk about a bunch of stuff.
Mm-hmm. There was the TJ Rogers part that came out the other day that I like
when
really
you're talking about big stuff that comes out. That's the first thing you mentioned. Okay.
Did you watch it?
Yeah, I watched it. I actually loved that Nollie back 180 over Unreal, but then he ruined it here.
I'm sure you'll disagree, but I think this is for me top 5 part of the year for sure.
Really?
In my opinion, yeah.
Definitely, as far as TJ Rogers parts go, and that's not even super being fuck that guy or anything. Just yeah, it is pretty decent. Nothing really blew my dick off.
To me, everything the filming, every clip is just
the filming
flawless.
On that. Actually,
literally every clip is filmed perfect, like classic.
No dogs
VX
chasing them there
style.
though, eh?
And just like the huge pants, the filming, the edit is good, the tricks are all good, everything's perfect. There's some big jumping, some tech shit.
Rewinded it here to that line. You weren't wrong though about like I did notice the filming was like pretty good on a lot of shit. This line. So do you follow the Knob Buster?
Mm-mm.
Oh, he's this dude in LA and like takes knobs off shit.
I know it is.
You knobbed this recently. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So do you think, and if he's not, he's an idiot, like be like, hey, Primitive, like I de-knobbed this rail or I will or whatever. Like, do you think he's getting paid for that shit?
I bet
he probably
not,
isn't, but he should.
But he should, yeah.
No, but he hollers at like Jamie Foy and all the right people right away and it gives him the heads up before he posts it. I guarantee if he's like, hey, you know, I'm gonna de-knob fucking Silmar or whatever, can you guys kick me like $500? If they had a trick, for sure they would. Mm-hmm. Like, why would you do that for no reason?
I mean, just cause, like, same reason Mitch Barrett here has been de-knobbing shit just so that people can skate it and he can skate it. It's a sweet thing to do. You don't need to,
I guess. I don't do anything skateboarding
paid.
related if I'm not getting paid. Like, I wouldn't do this podcast if we were making hella bank.
That's true. Very true.
Hey, were you bummed with these two lines where he does 2 lines back to back at these Macy's ledges and you're like, oh, fuck, not again? Because I know how much you hated that Miles Silvas part.
That I hated what?
The Miles Silvas part with all those Macy's ledge lines. You were so bummed.
Well, I wasn't so bumming, but I was bored by it. But also, I was so bored by it that I didn't even remember that that's the spot that he was skating so much.
It's literally half the part. You didn't remember?
I instantly forgot that part after I watched it. These pants, though.
Yeah, those are decent. There's some real good fisheye huge pants clips in this video where they really look huge.
Yeah, it's good. I loved it. I felt like we needed. I wanted to say something about that part just to bring it up, but
no. It was noteworthy. Like his second last trick, fakie big spins, that like Sacto triple. Mm-hmm. That's a pretty Canadian trick. I realized. You see, like him, Spenny, Kieran. Like I don't really know a lot of American guys that do the old fakie big spin, and I think it's cool.
I don't love it, but what else?
You know. I'm not trying to do it flat ground over a patch of discolored cement or anything, but if it's down like a triple set, I think it's pretty decent.
Yeah. And then we also had this Yuri part, which was another one. I think I'm just like automatically I like VX parts these days more just because they're like more rare, you know? And they're generally like pretty well filmed.
I mean, people seem to have a real opinion one way or the other, SD, HD. It really comes down to who's doing it. Mm-hmm. Like, I mean, who's skating also, but who's using it? Because the right time and place, they look great. Like, I like a good, VX0 video the same way I like a good, the last Primitive video HD. But if the wrong person's doing it, it doesn't matter.
Yeah. The one thing about this part, there's one clip I really like.
Too much jorts? I know.
I like his jorts.
That's a fucking thing lately. You see it here, that short guy in the Skate Mafia video, probably ET a bunch. I'm sure every dude under 18. It used to be only Brazilians, which, I mean, he is.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man.
I really like this clip about to come up with, he nollie big spin heels a gap. And in the next angle, there's all the birds flying away in the foreground. And it's like, it's such a common thing to have clips like that that are just the roll-up angle. Like, it's never the land when they have the, like, crazy shit going on in the foreground, you know what I mean?
Classic dogs chasing on the run-up. Yep.
Exactly, yeah. There was one, it reminded me a lot of this one from Strange Brew.
Oh, yeah, that was so sick.
Yeah, that was the only one that came to mind, like, right off the bat that's like...
Yeah, because it's like cheating. Like, it'll be a guy's rolling up and a car explodes, but then it cuts to him landing it 2 days later. You're like, who cares? Also because they can fake it. But yeah, when it's actually land, it's so sick.
It is pretty sick. That was that and...
the varial flip 50-50 on the hubba.
Literally what I was
One of the nicer
say.
varial flip 50-50s you've seen in a while.
Yeah, I don't remember.
I mean, what are your thoughts on it?
My thoughts on it? I was down. I also really like the shove 50, which they were kind of similar. Shove 50 on a big long round rail.
The shove 50 is like, it's more, that's just rad and you're not really hating as much. The varial flip 50-50 opens itself up a lot more to criticisms and things. Let's take a look.
I think it's cool.
Look at his feet. It's very far back. It's gnarly. Like, I am down with the caveat of no one else gets to do it. Like, it sets a kind of a bad precedent if people think they get to do it now.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Like, I don't want to see it all the time, but like seeing that one out of nowhere, also because this part came out of nowhere and like I wasn't expecting anything. I thought it would be like throwaway or like whatever, but it's actually like such a good part. And then he does a big varial flip 50. So I'm down.
The varial flip 50-50 had always been reserved for, Cody from your high school at the skate park.
Yeah.
But,
I don't know if I've ever seen one in real life. Like, I've definitely never done one.
I definitely have, but again,
You've done one or you've seen one?
Fuck no, I've seen them. I started skating and went to school in Selkirk, so
if there's anyone,
I've seen some varial flip 50s.
If there's anyone out there watching right now that wants to send us a varial flip 50-50, we'd love to see it.
We would love to see it
at your indoor park, in your basement, outside, if it's still nice out where you are.
Yeah. We're too poor and small time to offer anything for it, but we would love to see the top 3 varial flip 50-50 entries.
Yeah, that would be dope. I have a feeling we're not going to see any, but
I don't. But maybe, hey, Doyle, if you could maybe drop one for us the next week.
I'll try.
I wouldn't mind. Can you varial
Let's both try.
I mean, you can do it. Again, it's going to be in the flat bottom of that ramp.
That's okay.
I don't even know.
We should try. I'll try.
I'll try to try.
Yeah, we'll see how it turns out.
Okay, well, maybe that's 2. I mean, we won't land it, but at least that's 2 people.
Maybe it'll be if I can. Okay, the closest I think I'll actually realistically get would be like Primo on top and like slip out to my back.
I'm picturing like a pipe on the ground, and I try to go onto it, and it lands Primo on it. Because even just a varial flip, usually Primo's the first try.
Yeah. Anyways, moving on. The obvious major video from the last week is the Vans video. Oh, careful. Uh-oh. Oh, no.
Technical difficulties?
Yeah, okay.
Nah, I'm good. Did you watch it when it, I just happened to be on YouTube and I saw it was premieres in 8 minutes. I didn't hear anything about it. I knew it was coming out, but I didn't know that.
No, I saw it that morning. Okay. When I first went on YouTube, it was on my homepage, premieres in 9 hours.
Did you
or
watch?
Whatever.
And so you watched it. So you saw Danny Garcia playing a little 10-minute show right before.
Well, I saw that he was doing that, but I didn't sit there and watch it.
I don't know. I was kind of just sitting there watching. He was a pretty good musician, but
yeah.
I also just had the feed of comments going, "Oh my god, they were ripping him."
Yeah.
This guy used to be a top pro skater, and these kids they have no idea. Obviously, they're just saying terrible things that even I won't say on this podcast. Where I'm just "Oh my god, poor Danny Garcia."
Yeah, I don't know what they expected by surprising people with a show before a skate video where people have been waiting
0
all
seconds.
day.
It was counting down, and then it was 10 minutes.
Well, it was counting down, in YouTube, and then it has a 2-minute countdown that YouTube throws in front of premieres, and then after that, it had another 10-minute countdown. So people have been waiting for so long, and I don't know.
It's a 2-part video, so you're already I don't know, man.
Well, whatever. It ended up. No one had to sit there and watch it if you didn't want to. That's what I don't get about.
Are you kidding me? There's a goddamn pandemic. What the hell else are we gonna do? Talk to our, significant others?
Just look at your phone for 10 minutes. Do something else. Anyway.
He was already at 9 hours for the day, probably looking at phones.
Yeah, true. So Gilbert's part, I really loved. When I first watched it, I felt like it was kind of outshined by Elijah's part because of the way it was edited and the way that the tricks are and all that shit. But rewatching it, I was super down. That last, I found it funny in this part. He ollies into a bump to bar, and then Justin Henry also ollies into a different bump to bar.
There was a handful of bar ollies kind of in a row where I was huh. Mm-hmm. But no, to your point, exact same. The other day when it premiered, I was watching, I was huh. I enjoyed it, but I was not Gilbert's best. Mm-hmm. And then I just rewatched it before we were recording this, and I really enjoyed it a lot more.
Yeah.
I mean, I always because it's so Richmond heavy, all that red brick, all those spots, they don't look perfect. They're really cutty, and it all looks so good on camera.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks great.
I just thought, I would still say, and I'm going to take heat for this, it's probably, from at least a skateboarding aspect, his weakest part.
Yeah.
Honestly,
I'd agree.
and again, and it's still, a really great part. Like compared to some of his venue parts, and obviously like Fallen and that life splicing and all that stuff. There just wasn't the usual, when I watched the Gilbert part, there's like that, oh my god, or like what trick, and I just didn't think it had any of those. Where I was kind of expecting, I'm like, oh, here's the second song, and it still didn't kind of do it. Yeah. Again, super enjoyable and really cohesive. It looks good all together.
Yeah, it's funny you say that because, like, after watching this, I was like, it made me want to watch his older parts, and I started with the Fallen video, and I was like, this part still holds up. It's still, like, really fucking good.
Yeah.
And then I watched...
Because he was a young, like, kind of am railer. It's like all these kickflip back Smiths and stuff.
Yeah. I watched, like, a bunch of parts, and I was, like, looking for one that was worse than this one. And it was, like, a lot of them are, like, comparable. The one major thing, I think, is, like, the spot selection changed a lot in the last few years. Like, he skates way cooler spots than, like, in some of the earlier parts.
Well, because it was, like, not as California. Now he's like, fuck this. I just live in Richmond, Virginia, and I skate there. And actually, I was going to say, he has, later, he has, it's, like, one of his last tricks, a front feeble on, like, a kind of a tall red flat bar. I don't know if you remember it. Shot long lens. And I love it because in other parts, he had a Smith and maybe a lip on it. Like, I love when dudes go back to the same spot, like in their hometown, and do more tricks instead of just like, okay, I'll find a different 9-stair to do my trick or whatever. I always love that shit.
One other thing about this part, where is it? Right here. This clip.
Oh, that Boozinets alley-oop backside flip
that's
shit?
in Vancouver. That's right by my house.
What, really?
Yeah, and it's at like an Aston Martin dealership, and the people there get so fucking mad when you skate there. I just wanted to pull up this clip quick of Kyle from 4 years ago.
I've seen this one, yeah.
So he's manualing like right where Kyle's run up is basically. But we were getting kicked out, and Kyle's like trying one more and eats so hard.
Buddy eats.
And then the guy that kicked us out, who's just like a guy that works there, or he didn't even work in that building. He worked at one like behind, which is like a Bentley place. Yeah. And tries to take Kyle's board.
You're filming it really great.
It was so hectic, and when he grabbed his board back, he ripped the guy's shirt, and his like buttons went flying off. And then the guy's like trying to fight us right now.
Cars like that.
He's trying to fight us right now. He's like asking Kyle to fight, and then a different guy came out and started chasing after us, and we had to like skate through the neighborhood like full speed, and like looking back, and there's a guy sprinting like full speed behind us, like running after us so fast.
Oh, that's the best. It's because Kyle just took a fucking hearty slam. And he has to right away get up, grab his board, and all that. You're like, I'm pretty hurt, but I have to react. Damn. That's so funny because it's like, it's not a good mani pad. It's alley-oop in, there's no ends. Like, that's why it's cool is that alley-oop in.
Yeah, it kind of looks cool, but
you're like, you think you could find that anywhere. Like, seeing him have the stairs up, stairs down. No, that shit's the best. That Boozinets, I always attribute him because I was like, he had it on a curb like whatever years ago. It looks so rad. One I wanted to ask you about, he has on, it's like a 3-stair out ledge, and he does a kickflip back tail up
and
it, and he does
flip.
a back tail kickflip up it. So, you and I both edit skate videos. How would you have cut that in there? And they're really spaced apart.
I don't like that. I don't like how they're spaced. Well, I don't mind it. Well, I don't know. I
instinctively would have put them together. Like, I would have put them together, then back tail kickflip.
I also would have filmed one of them different than the other. But like, who knows?
Yeah, they're different.
There's
days.
Are they different days? Because they're filmed exactly the same.
I think they're different days.
Like, they're from the same angle. Man. Either way, if it were me, I would have like filmed one fisheye or something. But like maybe there's a chance someone else was also skating at the time, so the filmer's just sitting there filming, and like, they don't want to like move around too much, whatever. I don't know. But either way, I would have put them back to back because I think that would have looked really cool.
Hey, Jake, if you could ask Greg Hunt, what was the deal there? That'd be great. Yeah, because I like, it's as if a guy does a back tail and then you do the back tail shove a different angle. It's like, just show me, then you don't have to use two angles of anything. Like, I just thought it was a bit weird to say, similar angle and so spaced apart.
I would have put them either back to back, same angle. Well, I would have just probably not split them up like that unless they were like definitely different days with like different lighting and shit, but they just look so similar that I found it a bit strange.
And I mean, I've never done a backtail kickflip by any means, but to me they're not that much different in like difficulty where you'd want to really break them up. But whatever.
Yeah,
who's this cat? Is this a less good looking Austin Gillette?
I mean, it could be a resurrection of Dylan Reeder if I had to guess. But
do you remember when he first? No, maybe not, because he's probably older than you. When he first came out and he was like a Duffel clone, like he just wore all the Corey Duffel stuff when he was a kid, and he was like still nose grinding like 20 stairs.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really care too much
like
about
a Dylan
the
clone. I don't know what his deal is.
He's a Dylan clone, 100%, if anyone. Like maybe not that clip specifically, but like every other clip. Not necessarily, not even just his clothes, but like his like
really
arm stees and shit.
Shirt. Yeah.
And like he does like 40 impossibles. Did you also notice?
I was gonna say, really got his money worth out of the impossible in this part, eh?
There's only one line in the whole part, and there's only 2 switch tricks, and it's a pretty long part.
That one was fucked. The jammer. I didn't even notice that the first time. Watch how close the sign is. Then I saw a couple of tries where he runs into it.
Mm-hmm.
That's so sick.
But it's crazy to like have a part so enjoyable with the only line is I think the opening trick or the second trick, and then he does a switch flip over a hydrant and the nollie flip 50, and those are the only switch tricks in the whole part.
He does a nollie flip out of a nose grind.
I guess so. Yeah, that's that too. I didn't really think. I still consider that a regular trick.
I don't know. I've never had a switch trick in it. I honestly have never had a switch trick. I don't think in a full part. And people are always like, Elijah or Gertz, who's sicker?
Have you ever had last part in like a big Vans production though?
I've had a lot of parts. I don't think so, but I don't want to say for sure because I honestly have had a lot of parts I can't remember.
True. That's true. Oh, another thing.
I thought one... Oh, go on. It's a fucking Alex Doyle show. You're my sidekick on this.
Okay, go.
I'm going to fucking talk. He has that pool clip, and this has been one a lot in Street Skaters parts, is like, he does a nose grind tail grab, and like it's a sick trick. It's filmed great. But there's something off about the single pool trick in the Street Skater part. It's like, hey, check me out, I skate pools too.
Mm-hmm.
I think you need like a couple and maybe some like lifestyle around it to kind of like have it be a little part of it, because it always stands out. Well,
there was like a run-up angle, but also there was a run-up angle for every single trick in the whole video. So
no, I mean, I don't know. Sorry, what were you gonna say, Alex?
I was gonna just point this clip out right here, see what you thought of it based on our conversation today.
What's the clip? That back heel?
Yeah. Nothing about the run-up angle?
Oh, is there a bird in it? I can't see it. It's kind of shitty quality.
It's a classic.
Oh, that's actually
the classic bird run-up angle, but not the land.
No bird. Oh, I thought maybe you were reading my mind because I had a particular note written down because I want to say how you see so many frontside heel flips now and you don't see back heels all of a sudden very much. Like forever growing up is like, you didn't see a ton of back heels, but you saw them. You never saw front heels, and now everybody unlocked front heels, and you really don't see very many back heels. But that kind of...
I can't agree or disagree with that. I have no opinion on that one because I've never thought about it.
Do you remember the bump to bar fakie flip in his part? How suddenly now that's a thing that people do?
Yeah, still only 3 that I've ever seen.
What's the third one? I just thought it was Mason Silva and him.
What's his face? Brad Cromer did one. And that, like a classic, like mini, like red bumped bar. Wait, you know the bumped bar.
Oh yeah, I'm picturing
the one.
The one he does it on is that one where it's like, it always looks funny because they prop it up, hey? Mm-hmm. Like, so, I don't know, you gotta film it from like a low straight on angle or something.
Yeah.
And the last thing I want to say about that part though is that nose grind ollie flip. His feet when he lands is like the coolest thing ever. And when the sequence came out, it looked so cool. And then in the footage, it looks so cool. He lands it as if it was, someone skateboarding in an Archie comic. Like the way it's like middle of the board, T-stance, like, fucking going to Pop Tate's for a soda. Like, it's so sick. I love it. It's like, yeah, your nose grind nollie flipping the hugest rail. It was, that was fucking awesome. When he was riding up the first angle, or that kinking curvy rail, he's riding up and there's a bunch of bales and stuff. And you're like, oh yeah, here comes that Thrasher Mag cover, 50-50. And the Impossibles ever, like, I was like... I was
like, I definitely had that same feeling where I was like, oh, here's a 50. Like, I thought this would be, like, closer to the end or something. But it was cool to see
especially because... because he drops in like 8 feet before it downhill, and earlier in the park he does that same
On
thing
the 50.
50. You're like,
Yeah.
Hang on, I gotta grab another unit here. Keep going.
All right. What should I talk about? Oh yeah, I saw there was a King magazine with him today that just came out where he says that there's a FA video that he's filming for that comes out next Friday, which is pretty sweet.
Really?
Yeah.
What's the Sodi deadline?
I don't know or really care. It's too late.
No,
like
but
it doesn't
to me, it's
matter. But like it's cool to see more footage from that.
Putting a shit for that. An FA video, eh?
Mhm.
It's funny though when people are like, "Oh, there's an FA or any company video coming out." You're like, you'd think like sick, but you're like that still could just be 2 parts or whatever. Who knows?
It's probably similar
it
to
is
that
sick.
last one that just came out. That was just like a montage.
No, it was like an Ave part and stuff, wasn't it?
It was pretty split up.
That was cool. I like that part.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. Anything else you want to mention about that?
Oh fuck. Only that when like you put down a Corona the first time, it always like flows up. That's why earlier it did that.
You got to drink it.
I think it's got like a
drink it
skinnier.
that. Mine didn't
You gotta
really
like
do that.
hold it like that. I think it's got like a skinnier neck or something. Hey, right before we started doing this, I was eating leftovers. What do you put on your rice? It was chicken, broccoli, and white rice. And pretty much the only thing people put on rice is soy sauce. I don't really like soy sauce. So you need like a rice sauce.
I feel like soy sauce almost is a rice sauce, but you just don't like it.
I know, but I'm saying I don't like that much. But that's it.
But
Any other thing
that
like
would've-
we have options.
That would have been my answer.
I put like hot sauce and some ranch on it.
I was gonna say I know that you put ranch on that. 'Cause
I don't
know
like
you
ranch as much as I used to. No,
What?
not as much. But I like it with like, I don't know, some stuff.
Maybe just
'Cause-
eat something other than rice then.
Well, I had broccoli, chicken, and rice leftovers.
So what did you put
Was
on
it
it
a
the first
make-
time you had it?
Just hot sauce, but it was not enough.
So that's just being like. So when you have a BLT, like you put bacon, lettuce, tomato, but like I don't really like bacon. So what do you put on your BLT then?
That's not the same. This is just an R. It's just rice.
Yeah, I know. But like so what would I put on rice if I were having chicken and rice and broccoli?
Yes,
Soy sauce.
I guess, yeah, because you want it salty, and that's a saucier version of salt.
Or it depends on what the chicken's like. Like if it's like a saucy chicken, maybe it doesn't need any other
It
sauce.
wasn't as saucy.
Well,
Cool, man.
maybe next time you make a chicken, make it
Hey,
a little
tell us in the
saucier.
comments, guys. What do you need on your rice?
True.
Right on. Okay. Fuck, marry, Cole.
Oh, fuck.
Fuck, marry, Cole. Chris Cole.
Mhm.
Cole Wilson. Colt Cannon.
Okay, hold on. All I was picturing was that you were going to say Cole Middleton, so I was just like waiting for that comparison.
Oh, I know you'd want to fuck him and marry him.
Yeah, okay, what was it? Chris Cole, Colt Cannon,
And Cole Wilson.
Cole Wilson.
Of, Big Grind
Okay,
Foundation.
I'll just get Colt Cannon out of there at the start.
But just fucking him out of there?
Nope. It's a sad thing to say, but he's had a nice life.
Has he?
Nice enough. His elementality part. He had a part in that,
Circuit
right?
part?
Honestly, I
Pretty
don't
decent.
remember. Okay, Chris Cole and Cole Wilson. I'll probably just go with the marry Cole Wilson.
Oh, really? I would have
Yeah.
thought you were going to marry Chris Cole.
No, I think that Cole Wilson's like closer to my age, and I would want to spend more time with him than Chris Cole.
He seems pretty buff these days.
Cole Wilson?
Yeah, like ripped for some reason.
I don't know. I haven't
Understandable.
like I don't
Does he-
follow
do-
anything he does.
Do you know if he skateboards at all anymore? I think he just might not skateboard at all anymore.
I have no
Had
idea.
that part that I think was like, at the time,
Mhm.
you're like, oh, that's the craziest handrail part ever. And then next week something else came out, but it like nose grinded all the kinks and
Didn't he have
grind through
like
all that
a
shit?
Didn't he have
50'd up a double kinker.
X Games Real Street or something recently? Like within the last year or two?
No, maybe a couple years ago, and that's only as a result of Mike Sinclair probably throwing him a bone.
I mean,
No,
we
I don't
can
think he
easily find
skates
out.
really anymore. I think he's kind of over it. I
He
mean,
had one 2018, so 2 years ago. That's not bad.
that might as well be forever. I
When
thought.
was your last part?
My last real street part?
Your last part.
I think it came out in 2016.
So
2017, maybe.
You know,
Filmed in.
maybe Cole Wilson's doing a little bit better than you are in the old skate.
I
world.
bet you I got paid more to film my last skate part than he did, and it's $0. No wonder he doesn't
Do
skate
you think
anymore. If
he spent money to film his last part?
Probably. If you skate the biggest fucking handrails ever and your only sponsors are Foundation and Decline or whatever, you know, no wonder he doesn't fucking skate anymore.
Or maybe he does, and he just doesn't post everything on Instagram.
No, most of the stuff I saw on Instagram was like him ripping flags off weird right-wing Trump supporters.
Well, that's what I just said. Is maybe he is skating and he's not posting it on Instagram, so you have no idea
I don't listen to you.
What he's doing.
If you're not posting on Instagram, it doesn't matter. Footage or it didn't happen.
I haven't posted skating on Instagram in a while.
No, I was on your Instagram the other day. You really haven't. What the fuck?
I'm stacking clips on the streets.
Are you?
Well, not of me, but I'm
trying for like
filming.
3 hours to land the basic trick in the ramp, and I put on the fucking gram so that one other old guy's like, "Cool, dude."
Yep. If you haven't noticed, I haven't posted anything about any new videos coming out.
Are you making a video?
Sure am.
How many tricks do I have?
I think zero.
I like 5 decks recently. I can give you the clip if you want.
I was in Winnipeg visiting for 3 weeks, and you filmed nothing. So
we were at the skate park every day.
How come everyone else got clips?
Bullshit. They probably suck.
Anyways, whatever. I'm just saying Cole Wilson could be out there stacking and just not posting about it.
So wait, you're murdering Chris Cole?
No, I'm fucking Cobra. I'm murdering Cole Cannon.
There's no question who's doing the fucking there, and it's not you.
Well, either way.
If you're in bed with Chris Cole, he's fucking you, no question.
That's fine.
I'm pretty sure he was drafted into the NFL or something.
I don't think that's facts.
I don't think that's either, but I believe he played college ball.
Yeah, I think he just fully made something up.
No, he did play, I think, college football, though.
Okay.
Or high school, whatever.
I'm on the internet right now.
No, we were supposed to go offline.
Well, there is a guy named Chris Cole that was a National Football League wide receiver for the Denver Broncos. Maybe you're getting them confused.
No, I don't like Broncos. They suck.
You don't think that you're thinking of that same guy?
No, but there's also a Tyler Gertz who has the Instagram without the space in the middle, and he's a pretty good baseball player. So maybe I'm confusing myself with him too.
Maybe.
Okay, wait. So go through it. You marry.
How did you forget already?
You right away murdered Colt Cannon.
Yeah, Colt Cannon.
You're getting fucked by Chris Cole, and you're marrying Cole Wilson.
Yeah, that one wasn't quite as hard. I think that one, for me, Colt Cannon, I was never a huge fan of because I was such a little kid when he was like a big skater. So I just didn't really care because I just liked Mark Appleyard anyways. And
what the hell does that have to do with not liking Chris Cole?
Not Chris Cole, Colt Cannon.
Or Colt Cannon, I mean, sorry.
I just didn't really care. I only watched Flip Sorry and Flip Really Sorry. And I was like, I don't really need to watch other videos.
You seem like a circa It's Time kid to me, but
I'd watched it, but I just didn't really care too much about anyone. Maybe Tony Tave in that one was really good that I was down with.
It was really good.
Yeah.
No Windsor? Come on, bro.
No. I actually met Tony Tave on...
JK about the Windsor, but John Alley and Remendetta in that, come on, fuck off.
Didn't care too much. Remendetta was good. He does that nose manny nollie flip in Toronto that's really fucked up for Zender.
I remember before that, or when it came out, Kane had seen it and I hadn't, and he was like, I was like, don't tell me anything. He's like, Remendetta Zender's nose manny nollie flip. And I was like, oh, okay, you're fucking with me, whatever, at least that's fine. And then it was, and I went to that spot a couple years ago. I was working in Toronto, and I was like, holy fuck, it's so sick.
I had the exact same
It's one of the coolest
feeling
enders ever.
When I went there. But I met Tony Tave one time, and it was at that party I was telling you about after Street League, when it was like a bunch of, it was a different party after Street League.
The fans haven't heard this one. It makes you sound like a real name dropping.
No, I was just telling you about it. That's all that, whatever. Anyways, I was in the bathroom taking a piss, and he came in and was peeing next to me, and I was like, hey, I really liked your circa part. Good. Just like told him I liked his circuit part, and that was it. And then we ended up like chatting for a bit afterwards, but it was just funny that the conversation started
like
in
your
the bathroom.
part.
Yeah, it was good.
Fuck. He's literally pissing when you compliment on his part?
It could have been like, I honestly don't exactly remember. It was in the bathroom. We might have been washing our hands or something. But, yeah.
Hey, I really like your circumcision and your parts. What'd you say? I said I really like your circuit part.
Yeah.
Holy fuck. I mean, it was sick. But, maybe just let the guy piss and, leave alone.
We might have been washing our hands. Don't remember. It was in the bathroom, though.
I thought you would have married Chris Cole thinking that he had all this money or whatever. And he seems pretty stable.
Nah, I wouldn't want to hang out with that crazy guy. I actually, I peed next to him one time too, but that's a different story.
What? When?
It was at Street League.
How many fucking street leagues do you go to?
A handful.
How many have you gone to?
2, I think.
That's a small handful.
Yeah, I don't know. One of them. Chris
and you
Cole,
just wait in the bathroom until people come in so you can pretend to piss beside them and look at their
I don't need to
junk,
tell the
or
story,
what's the deal there?
but anyways, no, it's fine.
But it happened?
It happened.
That's enough for me.
Yeah.
What's the other biggest skateboarder you've pissed beside? Besides Tony Tave and Chris
probably
Cole?
Probably like Goach.
Damn, he was like Can-Am once.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Anyways, we're getting close to the end here. We've gone on long enough.
Yeah, good. You out of units? Mm-mm. I spilled a bunch of mine.
No, I came prepared so I don't have to get up and leave frame at all.
Well, I did too. We went longer this time.
We went like...
And also I'm practicing for that challenge you suggested on the first episode.
Yeah. So we have a new challenge, which is good. The Varial Flip 50 challenge.
I really thought, since that we're in control, I was like, okay, that Ollie kind of came out of nowhere the first time. I was like, that's not really something we're good at. And we'd steer it. Next time, something better. And it got worse.
Is it worse?
No, it's probably better because we're both going to be shitty at it. But we were both shitty at the Ollie.
You can also just you can just try one and be like, I can't do this. I think I have a better chance. I think I have a better chance at landing Varial Flip 50 than I do ollieing higher than you.
For sure.
Like I already knew
I had a little bit of advantage the last time.
I knew going into that you were gonna ollie higher than me, just because.
I ollie like shit, but I knew I sure as fuck wasn't gonna let you ollie higher than me. Mm-hmm. So
it wasn't bad though, eh?
Yeah. No, I was very impressed. Especially at the end there when you went higher. I was like, even though when you fucking landed, I can't believe it was only 24. You shot it low.
And it was at a bit of an angle. Yeah, I think it was probably 24 and a half, maybe closer to 25. Don't know, but either way, I know it was lower than yours.
23 soft, 24 and a half hard, for sure.
Yeah, but I did surprise myself. So
damn, that's not the highest thing you've ever ollied, is it?
No, like I said, I've ollied 5 for sure. 100%. Might have ollied 6, and no one believes.
Is that the highest thing you've ollied in a while though, hey?
Over a decade.
Yeah, probably me too.
Probably
never ollied.
Probably twice as high as something I've ollied in the last decade.
There was literally an entire year, and maybe around, where I think I was trying to film tricks, and I was actively trying not to ollie because I hated it so much. Like just trying to find tricks I could just ride into.
Yeah, in the last 10 years, there have been years where I didn't have a normal skateboard setup, only a filmer board.
And you were psyched.
Oh yeah, I love it. But I actually kind of like skating right now, so I'm excited for this Varial Flip 50. All right.
That's your idea of skateboarding?
Oh yeah. Well, my idea of skateboarding is trying triple heels and like shit like that.
My idea of skateboarding is literally not skateboarding these days. That doesn't make any sense.
I'm just working on flipping my board over and over in the same trick.
Just flipping it. You got the triple heel yet or what?
No, I haven't got the triple heel. Haven't got the nollie double heel. The nollie double heel is the last one of the straight 8 of doubles.
Damn.
I don't think I can.
Me too, except for
it.
none of them.
I think I could triple heel before I could nollie double heel.
Well, something to shoot for.
Yeah, I got
it. All right, Al.
All right, let's fucking get the hell out of here.
Let's get the goddamn hell out of here.
Cheers, buddy.
It's been a pleasure as always.
Mm-hmm.